Well, good evening. I'm getting ready to have supper. My name is Tom. I come to you from the great state of Maine. Welcome to Beaver Creek Deer Camp. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I brought in a canned ham, just in case I don't make it out for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. I hope that counts. Get yourself a cup of coffee. I just come in from the tree stand. I don't have coffee tonight. I've got a cup of hot chocolate. I just about froze to death out in that tree stand. It's, I don't know, I've probably been back here now about an hour. I sat in the tree stand till it was dark. Yeah, it's 5:45 now. Legal hunting time. Oh, I don't know, it's probably was 4:30, no later than 4:45. But I sat there until I can't see anymore. That's when them big ones come out. But I'm getting ready to have supper. Nothing fancy here at the bush camp, let me tell you. For those of you who've been following the channel, you guys all know what I've been doing all summer. Those of you that haven't been following the channel and are new, this is a brand new cabin. It's located a mile back in the woods. The only way back in here is with a six-wheeler, snowmobile, or on foot. So I spent the summer putting in a trail and building this cabin. That's nothing major, it's just an outpost. But it's got all the creature comforts of home. I've got a bed, I've got a wood stove off here in the corner. The most important thing is I've got a coffee maker for making coffee in the morning. I like my coffee. That's why I always say to you, have a cup of coffee and join me if you want. The kitchen's not in this cabin yet, so the meals for this hunting season have been simple. Mostly soup, sandwiches, stuff like that. Which the soups hit the spot anyways at the end of the day. Just because it's, you know, like right now, I got chilled to the bone. It's tonight, it's supposed to drop down into the teens. So everything is froze up now. You know, all the puddles and the deep holes coming in here for the six-wheeler all had, most of them had half-inch of ice on them that I busted through. But so it's cold now in here, so it was really nice to come back to the cabin and have a nice warm place. It was chilly at first, but she's all warmed up nice now while I was fixing my supper. But yeah, this is I don't know, I normally eat good cooking food, like, you know, when you follow the channel. I usually eat meatloaf and baked potatoes and all that good stuff. But right now, all I've got is a two-burner Coleman stove in here. So keeping the meals just relatively simple. And it's hunting season anyways. I don't spend a lot of time cooking during hunting season. Especially in this outpost. I don't want to cook up a lot of smelly meals that smell up the area. Because I hunt fairly close to this building. So keeping it quiet, keeping the smells down, and all that stuff I really think plays into it. I had some excitement this afternoon. It was about 10 minutes of 4. Now I couldn't see anything. It's thick and thieves in there, so it's pretty, you know, but I heard some rustling around, and I don't believe it was a squirrel. It was the right kind of sounds, but I couldn't see anything. I couldn't make heads or tails of if it was anything. But it does get your heart pounding. It does get you excited. And that's why I deer hunt. I love all of that stuff. So I'm having a cup of soup for supper, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I've got a couple of cookies over there for dessert. Next year, I'll have my cook stove in here. I have a camper cook stove with an oven, and I'll be eating meatloafs and stuff like that instead of stuff like this. I still keep this around though. When you're hot, I mean when you're cold coming in from the tree stand, stuff like this really warms your belly. Get your blood flowing and just get some. This is chicken. This is a cup of soup chicken. I eat it when I'm out ice fishing too, because another one of them good spots for it. What I like about it, I'm coming back from hunting and I'm cold, I'm tired, been a long day, and you just boil water, dump in it, set it aside, and forget about it. And she just kind of steeps away there, and then while I'm making my sandwich, I let this thing set for 10 to 15 minutes after I dump the hot water into it. And then she's ready to go, and I haven't spent no time at all playing with supper. Which during deer season, when I get back here, I'm pretty tired. I sit on the edge of my seat, you know, because you never know. You never know when you're going to get a crack at a buck. So, but what a day. It was a gorgeous day. But cold. We're at the end of November now. We're at the end of November now, so temperatures start to drop. At least there's no snow on the ground. When there's snow on the ground, it's even harder to set in that tree stand because the cold just makes it really cold on you. But I've shot some big bucks sitting in tree stands, so hard to get me to climb out of one. Sometimes it happens in a few minutes. Sometimes it takes all day. Sometimes it takes a week. And sometimes it doesn't happen at all. But new spot, figuring it out. I got a feeling the spot I'm in is a morning stand, not an afternoon one. Any of the action that showed up on game cameras has been in the morning, not in the afternoon. But for this year, I got to work with what I got. Next year will be a little different story. We'll have a little more time in. That hot chocolate hits the spot. My feet are starting to warm up. I'm starting to get feeling in my fingers. But anyways, like I said, if you're new and hadn't seen the place, this cabin is 8 feet by 12 feet. Located somewhere in the great state of Maine. But what I like about it is it's private. It is so far back in the woods that I know I'm the only one hunting back in here. And that's worth $1 million to me. Back of me, the deer ain't not coming from behind either, because all swale grass behind me. Nothing for them to hide in out there. No fir trees, no nothing. But Canadian geese. I don't know what they're doing, but Canadian geese, every morning, every night, They fly in just before dark and fly right into Beaver Creek. And I guess that's where they spend the night, because when I get up in the morning and go hang out in that tree stand, them Canadian geese are down there in the stream just making all kinds of racket. But so happy that I built this cabin. Got a mattress in here too a couple days ago. That sleeping on the board, on a board, wasn't cutting it. So we got a mattress hauled in here. More bedding. Had my wife pick me up a tote today so I could put some extra blankets under the bed. I don't keep a fire at night, so you need a few extra blankets on the bed. I like it cool anyways. So, but if I build a fire and keep a fire, it'd be so hot in here I can't stand it. So I guess you say we're roughing it this year. I don't consider this roughing it though. I'm nice and warm. I've slept in a lot worse. My wife said, "You're going to sleep without a mattress?" I said, "I've slept in a lot worse." I didn't start toting the comforts around until I hit about 40. Used to just throw a sleeping bag on the ground. Used to sleep under the pickup truck, especially in November. Yeah, throw a sleeping bag under there and a pillow and crawl under that. Was the pickup was the roof, keep the frost off you. Canoe trips, I used to sleep under the canoe. Drag the canoe up on shore, roll it over. Surprising how warm it is inside of a canoe if you get up in the ends of it. Blocks the wind. Crawl right up in there as far as you can get. Well, this is hitting the spot. Well, I'm going to finish this up. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Have one more sip of hot chocolate or have some coffee.